And it's tight right out of the gates, and we already have passing. Bow number 2, that's the Sammamish Rowing Association, who has laid it down and taken bow number 1 already. Bow number 1, that's Boulder. The Boulder Women's Masters 4 won gold during their first outing at the head of the Charles in 23. It's a new combination this year. They're looking to hold on, and bow number 2 had something to say about that. Bow number 3, this is Riverfront Recapture out of Hartford, Connecticut. Again, Riverfront also took 3rd, which is why they are in bow number 3 in 2023, being pushed right now by bow number 4, Western Reserve out of Cleveland, Ohio, the WRRA Women's Masters crew. Always one of my favorite colored unis coming down the course with the beautiful purple, green, and white. And this is bow number 5, Carolina Masters crew from Carrboro, North Carolina. This is the 7th guaranteed entry appearance in this event for the small but mighty club from North Carolina. Carolina Masters thanks all who contribute to make this regatta the best in the world. Yes, Joyce, you cannot overstate the importance of a guaranteed entry. Go Carolina Masters! It's a very tight line approaching Riverside Boat Club. This is bow number 6, the College Club out of Seattle, Washington. The 5 of them have raced together in Seattle in some combination or another since their coxswain was in high school. And individually, they each started rowing in high school, moving on to row in college. So a long-time group of rowers in bow number 6. And this is bow number 7, Western Reserve from Cleveland, Ohio, another WRRA Women's Masters crew. Joyce, they're being pushed pretty strongly by bow number 8. That's Capital out of Washington, D.C., trying to make a move. Both crews looking very, very strong. We got the bucket rig out of bow number 8. You'll notice that there are 2 rowers back-to-back. That's called a bucket. Sometimes can be considered an advantage in certain racing situations. And this is bow number 9, Atlanta out of Atlanta, Georgia. Atlanta Rowing Club rows on the Chattahoochee River in Roswell, Georgia, and is currently celebrating its 50th anniversary. Got some Canadian geese passing here on the inside.
Kevin said that last year.
You got that one? On the Boston side of the river, we've had bow number 11. That's the Gentle Giant Rowing Club out of Somerville, Mass. On the inside, we've got bow number 12, putting a little push on here. That's the Ottawa ORC 40-plus Women's 4 out of Ottawa, Ontario. And then another tight grouping on the Boston side of the river, we've got bow number 13. That's the Kovens Row Club of Copenhagen, Denmark. On the inside, we have bow number 14, not to be outdone by their international competitors. This is the Pocock Rowing Club all the way from Seattle, Washington. These crews are very, very, very far away from each other by air on a plane, but right now they are right next to each other on the course, making themselves known to each other. And here is bow number 10, all the way from China. This is Alipay. It was established in 2020 by a group of passionate rowers. It's a young team comprised of employees of Alibaba Group in Hangzhou. Yeah. And Joyce, although they hold very demanding jobs in tech in China, they practice often on the beautiful West Lake in Hangzhou and have won a couple of races in China. Welcome. Woo, we got some tie racing here. On the inside, we have Bow 17 with a move. This is the Irish Masters Boat Club out of Ireland, and we have paint swap. We have people hitting each other. This is unhappy crews at this moment. Ireland has cleared it out, is moving on. The adrenaline pumping through these women right now is palpable. Bow number 15. That's the Club Nautique de Sherbrooke out of Sherbrooke, Quebec. Newcomers from Quebec had a little bit of a paint swap with bow number 17. And on the inside, who stayed clear of all that, that's Salem out of Independence, Oregon. This is Salem Rowing's first appearance at the head of the Charles. They're so glad to be here, and I'll tell you, they are also so glad to have avoided any collision that we just witnessed.
And in front of Riverside right now is Island Racing Team, bow number 20 from New Haven, Connecticut. They've been rowing together since the early 2010s.
Also bow number 18 in front of Riverside right now, that's Alipay out of Hangzhou. They were established in 2020 by a group of passionate rowers who worked at Alibaba.
And in front of us right now, bow number 19, Lake Union from Seattle, Washington. Eyes closed, head first, can't lose.
And in the white shell approaching Riverside on the Boston side of the river, we have bow number 22. That's St. Catharines from St. Catharines, Ontario, our friends from up north.
And bow number 21 from Western Mass, Northampton from Northampton, Mass. NCR women excited to be back in the Charles.
So we're going to be, we're not going to look at
How many more are there? Like two?
so this is, it's three. If you need it, I mean, three. Simply just a brush up. It's mirror. It's exactly what's kind of going.
Go inside, somebody.
I will 1 of 4. A lot of fight.
Approaching the docks, we have a tight race. On the Cambridge side is bow number 24, putting a passing move on. That's Minneapolis Rowing Club from the Twin Cities. On the Boston side of the river in the dark hull, we have bow number 23. That's PNRA Mercer out of Princeton Junction. That's the Mercer Mercer crew.
Yeah, 25. Huh? Yeah. You want to take that or want me to take it?
Talk back to, yeah, forward back. Let's put it off the white rug here. Strong, push that to, yeah.
We're good.
That's the up.
I don't know. I don't know. And here comes the final boat in the event, bow number 25. It's the Milwaukee Rowing Club from Milwaukee, Wisconsin. In their first entry since 2011, the Masters women are competing in the Masters 40 plus 4 plus, including former Wisco, Harvard, and GW rowers, and a 2-time Head of the Charles Club 8 plus medalist. This crew is excited to be back in Boston. Welcome, Milwaukee. We're excited to have you.
And that will conclude event number 27, the Women's Masters 4s.